more icy here. I really feel like I should take it easy because yeah, if I end up on something like the top, I'm just going down straight away. Well guys, I'm on blue fucking ice. I was close to go down. I put my ice screw in, I'm safe. Give me 2 minutes to figure it out, but I need to get out of there and I only have one ice axe, so I'm a bit fucked.
Xavier, it just looks like 100 meters lower from you, where it gets narrow, it looks as icy as where you are, so it might be icy all the way.
I don't think you get it. I lost my head there and I just cut myself with the puree, otherwise I'd be dead, man. With only one ice axe, there's no way I can get out of there, I think.
There are so many moments, so many adventures, so many ways of seeing the mountains. And you only need a few magic days to film a part for a snowboard film, but this season it took me 6 months. This is my winter. The beginning of the year, usually hard to film anywhere in the world. Like there's usually not good enough snow, like the snow doesn't stick on the high alpine lines, so we can't really go and make some big lines. Definitely not the most epic footage, but it's just December.
We went to Canada and then Japan, hoping to get better snow than we were having in Europe. And we got some great stuff, but I don't think we got anything that was really going to make it into a big snowboard film. And I think the first shot we got that was worthy wasn't until mid-February when we were back in Europe, and that was pretty epic, I think.
I think we went from New Year's till about the 18th of February without seeing a flake of snow.
Instead of doing the basic stuff, going and film lines like we do all the time, you know, we kind of had to look for something else.
A few years ago when he did this ice run with Henrik Winstead, and since then he's been talking about, yeah, it would be cool to hit some ice. We found this couloir that ends up kind of like a pretty long 50-60 meter ice fall. So the plan is Xavier coming in, making a few turns in a couloir, and then just points down.
Straight lining over a sheet of ice. I mean, this is something that he's never done before, that maybe people have never seen before, that nobody's really tried before. When there's nothing else to do because you're having a terrible season as far as snowfall here in the Alps, Why not try something like that?
I remember first time I got there, I was like, holy shit. For sure he pushed the limits, it was almost too much. I was thinking, okay, this is it. He doesn't want to do it again. But he came to me and, oh, we definitely have to go back to the ice. Like, serious? Did you hit your head or something?
I don't know, I'm a bit sleepy today. Maybe a good tumble will make me wake up. Seems easy on paper, and I know I can do it. But yeah, it's a bit scary. Yeah, I think there's this one moment that's the most intense, you know, when you get to the top of the line, open the door of the heli, you gotta step out on this super sharp ridge, and that's pretty much terrifying all the time.
Knowing what your limits are is what's going to keep you alive. I think that people that dismiss that as not snowboarding or something that's stupid or silly or dangerous, you know, they don't understand how complete of a rider that he is.
I never seen anything like that before.
One of the craziest, amazing things I've seen in snowboarding.
I know that people, find my riding dangerous and crazy because I'm going fast. But to me, what scares me in the whole snowboarding that I do is not my actual riding. It's more the snowpack. And basically the way I ride is directly linked to that fear. Every time I'm at the top of a line, I'm like, okay, this could break, so I'm just charging down and just like, even if it doesn't make sense, you know, people see me going straight lining all the time, and they're like, oh yeah, you go so fast, but it's just because I'm freaking scared.
What makes Xavier different is he hauls ass. I mean, he truly hauls balls. He goes so fast down steep shit that it's just amazing.
Sometimes you get those few days, these few sessions, these few lines where you arrive at the bottom and you just live the best thing that you could ever live, you know? Yeah, basically every time it's the same. It's like, wow, this is why I'm doing that.
So there's like three guys that really, I think, truly defined big mountain riding in the last 15, 18 years. You got Tom Burt, Jeremy Jones, Xavier.
You know, if I'm going into serious lines, he's kind of the ultimate riding partner to have.
Every time you see him ride, it's, you know, is he really going to do that? It's pretty amazing to witness someone pushing the sport an extra level.
Guido, this is Xavier. I'm just reading this email, and the heli operator in AK pulled out. Yeah, we're in trouble. There's no snow, and yeah, maybe Haynes could be an option, but we absolutely need to find a solution. By the way, I just lost the world tour. Okay, talk later.
We got to, I think it was the beginning of April, and we didn't have enough for a part.
Well, first off, we were supposed to go to Palmer to this new spot and explore all this new terrain, and the conditions were basically horrible. So at that point, we decided to pull the plug on Palmer and go to Haynes instead.
We showed up here, you know, like Alaska being famous for rain, bad weather, lots of snow. And from day one, it's been on. It's been on, and epic.
When Todd Jones first asked me to come up to, it was actually up to Skagway. We had a standard crew with us. Mike was on that trip actually, and had a kind of a rough time in Skagway. And on the last day, we flew over to Haynes.
Lo and behold, perfect fluted spines, 1,000 to 2,000 foot long lines with just perfect runouts, nice LZs, and just like, oh my gosh, this is where we should have been the whole time.
Xavier, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I've been drinking since 10:30, crossing borders with all my friends. See the cold wind blow, and you see right through me. I see the smoke clear from the sky, and I see through all these lies. Still your lights, they shine so bright, and I can't breathe here.
When I was a kid, I was looking at Xavier, and he's always been the guy who's leading the way. It's pretty much a dream come true. Like after what you achieved in last years in snowboarding and in freeriding, it was just amazing to have him as a guide here.
Well, I've known Matthieu for over 15 years, and being here in Alaska together is such a reward, I think.
First time here in Ains and AK, I get it like 4 days straight, and we get it like so good.
I realized, okay, this is gonna be good. It's gonna save the season quite a lot.
By the time we got to Haynes, I think they had one good day of riding in the whole season. We got 4 days of perfect bluebirds, perfect conditions, perfect snow, and it was amazing. We got our part.
How can you say hallelujah? How can you say hallelujah? And I know we feel the same. I can't see the change. Take your place and throw it all away.
Nothing can beat a run in Alaska for sure. Alaska is pretty much snowboarding as it's best.
Yeah, since we didn't get any bad surprises, we started to get into bigger terrain, and we ended up the trip on one of the coolest faces I've ever ridden. Alaskan in 3 words is like ice cream, spines, and slough.
Ice cream.
Yeah, ice cream, because those peaks look like ice creams, I think. It's a run that you see from Chamoni, and a run that I knew that some people had made in the past, and it's a run that I was sure I was never ever gonna do.
Hey man!
Straight from let off.
You good?
Yeah!
Take that.
When we're gonna wrap up, we're gonna be below this area.
Yeah, we will be below the rocks, whatever we do. I think change to crampons here,
Okay.
and then maybe downtime to here, and they just find the best anchors.
You know, in Chamoni you can do almost any steep line in one day from the first lift.
The objective is to reach that main point out there, and from there on it's gonna be gnarly. Welcome to Chamoni, money.
Guido is one of the most mythical ski descents in Chamoni, and I think it's because of its beauty and because of its complexity.
It's like snowboarding, mountaineering to its fullest, I think. Like, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on, lots of problems to solve, and you learn a lot, but at the same time, you put yourself on the line all the way down. After hiking all the way, all along the ridge, I remember saying to Andreas, like, my feeling, you know, that touching the snow, that it was as good as it could be in terms of stability. You know, I have really no problem taking risk, you know, when it's me playing with it. But when it comes to being under the goodwill of the mountain to take you down or not, you know, I don't like snowboarding anymore. The snow felt like a tiny bit wind affected. Andreas comes, and I could see also him hesitating a bit. He straight away said, look, this is a big slab, and like from there on we decided to just play it safe.
The slab went from here. This is the crown.
I think that run was not even snowboarding, it's just mountaineering down a mountain. If anything happens, you're down. It's like you're trying to snowboard down with a gun on your head, and somebody's holding it and you don't know if they're gonna shoot or not. I'm glad I did it for the experience. I've done it and it's not my cup of tea.
I like when it's technically hard, when I don't know that I'm gonna be able to make it. You know, when you walk from home and you don't really know how this is gonna end.
You've been in there for numerous hours and you think, okay, that's it. No. It's still like, I don't know, pretty much, we did 6 more rappels. And like the 2 first ones were super exposed.
pretty intense.
Intense problem solving, huh?
Isn't it funny that I just came snowboarding here? Look what am I doing? Mother Nature is waking up.
I think it's the first time it takes me 4 hours to go down a mountain. Normally it takes me 20 seconds or something, you know.
But you can find that Satori, this little glimpse of what it's like. I think the mountains can give you that glimpse. Then I think the biggest ambition is to get that into your normal life.
That day we had with Samuel and Matthieu, Tero claimed it as the best day ever.
Silverhorn, it's just down this face here. Then maybe, like you told me, cross over to the next one.
You see the big crevasse in the middle? You know, go around that.
The Antamatten brothers, their skills as climbers and alpinists are absolutely second to none. But the fact that they also have a progressive freeriding aesthetic that they bring to skiing in the big mountains, it makes for perfect partnership with Xavier. Samuel decides at 24 years old that he wants to compete on the Freeride World Tour, and his first season he gets runner-up, you know, to some of the biggest names in the freeriding world.
I like to have this alpinism background. To be always in the mountain gives you a little bit confidence, also to ride steep faces.
We spent a whole day in this small area where we managed to do, I think, 4 different lines, and I think those lines were definitely some of the best lines we filmed and shot in the whole winter.
It's very different from classic Alaskan shots. We're shooting big lines, you know, like 4,000 meter peaks. I rode the Nolan off the Monk. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's like one of the classic 4,000 meter peaks in the Alps. It sits between the Jaeger and the Jungfrau.
So you have this big face, the Eiger North face, that has so many histories on it. But Mönch has also a big north face, and what the Mönch have is lines that you can ski.
He's riding these like big European lines. A lot of the Tom Burt and Jeremy Jones stuff was filmed in Alaska and Tahoe and Jackson Hole, so it's cool to watch Xavier ride these big style lines where you might have an ice axe and you're climbing something. Maybe there's even a rappel involved. So it's kind of cool to see him do those lines too.
He's really bringing fast, fluid riding into big mountaineering descents. You know, there's only a couple of people in the world that are doing that right now. I mean, the feeling of skiing on one of those open faces and knowing that it ends and closes out, you know, that takes a lot of balls. Anything goes wrong, you're not just falling down that face. If you fall, you die.
You got to deal with avalanches, slough, berg trunks. You know, in the mountains the risks are endless. Like, it's just so heavy. Yeah, but it's so good at the same time.
Human beings, we're this small next to the Mother Nature.
Tero, you're this small apparently.
Well, we're in Haynes Valdez. We just finished.
We're in Haynes Valdez. Seriously, we're not going to do any cool work if you don't look at the road. We're going to all die in a car actually. You could do, can you look at the road then?
So far. Yeah.
Guys? Guys? Are you there? Tero, Guido? Come on, are you there? Anyone? Like, I need to get out of there.